Hello and welcome to another episode of Boxing with Paul. And today I'm excited to bring you Poetic's Guardian case for the Moto G Power. Let's take a look at it. So you can currently find this case on Poetic's website for only $18.95. We do have 5 additional choice of colors for only $2 more, and they look quite nifty. Let's take a look at the box, or look at the case. We do look at the boxes, we do look at packaging here because we look at everything, or I look at everything from an integrations point of view. So if it costs a lot of money to make your cases, you're going to charge a lot of money for your cases. Again, if it costs a lot of money to make and print your packaging, you're gonna charge a lot of money for your product to be able to offset some of those costs. Now, Poetic doesn't do that, as you can see by this very plain looking box. They don't really care or spend a lot of money on packaging, as they know you're simply just gonna toss it. It's of no use to you, really, besides catching your eye. It really doesn't serve much purpose. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this case. Very minimal packaging, as we can see. And let's go ahead and pry it open. And we have a polycarbonate case with polycarbonate back, polycarbonate front, and thermoplastic polyurethane sides and corners to be impact resistant. And again, my favorite thing about these cases, real quick deal. My favorite thing about these cases is that they come with a built-in screen protector, so that your phone is very well protected from head to toe from the moment you get this case. So we can go ahead and slap it on there and then go ahead and install it into the actual case. Okay. And there we go. And we have a very well-fitting, very snug-fitting, forgot about the back peel. Wasn't very smooth, but okay. And very, very beautiful case. I'm in love with clear cases like this because they allow you to see your phone's beauty, because a lot of manufacturers, believe it or not, spend so much time, spend so much effort into designing the back of the case for us just to slap a nondescript black case on there just for us to cover it up and not be able to enjoy it. And with this clear polycarbonate case, you're going to be able to do just that. Now, what if you don't like a built-in screen protector? What if you don't like a polycarbonate screen protector? Well, Poetic has got you covered because they also feature a separate faceplate. We're going to cover that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and just take a look all around the case. On the very left side of the case, we see very nice, very smooth, nondescript, nothing happening there. At the very top, we can see that Poetic has taken time to cut out a hole for our pinhole microphone. Very, very good attention to detail. I'm not sure if it's happened to you guys before in the past, to where your case will actually inhibit your use of the phone, one of them being a microphone, and that's just a terrible experience, and nobody wants to have that. And if we keep going along the top, we see a little flap for our headphone jack, so that our headphone jack can stay protected when it is not in use. Now, when we go over to the right to the phone, you can see me being driven up the wall because the volume and the power buttons are both on the same side. Again, very, very often I'm playing, I'm watching a game, watching a movie, watching something, and I'm trying to turn it up, I'm trying to turn it down, and I press the power button. I end my phone call, I end what I'm doing, and it's not a very good experience. It's not a very good time. Over on the bottom of the case, we can see our cutout for our speaker grill, as well as one more pinhole microphone and a flap for our charging port that is going to keep our charging port protected, as that tends to be one of the very first things to go. Very often I see people that work in heavy industries or in other types of industrial jobs, their charging port on their phone is the first thing to go because it gets caked up with dust, dirt, debris, whatever they may be working at. Or even if you don't work a heavy industrial job, let's say you just have a cushy office job or a cushy desk job, well, the lint from your pocket is going to start building up in there, and it's just very, very nice again to see companies making an effort to protect a commonly failing point on the phone, which would be the charging port. And if we go over to the top of the phone, we see very, very nice and individualized cutouts for our speaker, for our light sensor, for our camera. A lot of companies will just go ahead and do one big notch, one big cutout that is efficient. It saves time, it saves money. but it winds up looking sloppy and lazy. This fitment is what takes, again, I refer to like a tuxedo. It's what takes you from looking like a 5 or a 6 in a tux to looking like a solid 10. It's that fitment, it's that tailor-made, it's that custom-made fitment that was done to this case that definitely elevates it and definitely makes it feel a lot more premium than its price would suggest. Now, if you go over to the back of the case, one of my favorite things about these is that the camera bumps or the camera cutouts around the bumps are so aggressive to where you're going to have a lot of protection to where if this falls like that, I'm not worried about the camera bumps. I'm not worried about the camera lenses getting scratched, bumped, or broken in any sort of way, because again, it's just such an aggressive lip that goes around it. I'd say that's a solid 4mm raised lip that goes around it, and I would say a centimeter and a half around the fingerprint scanner in the back. Just a very nicely designed case, and again, it's probably been a long time since I reviewed Poetic cases, but they just feel substantial in the hand while still having slight give to them that is proprietary of that thermoplastic polyurethane that is meant to be impact absorbent, so that whenever your phone happens to take a big drop, a big bump, it's not going to break, and the case is going to take most of that impact. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this case? Would you grab something like this with a built-in screen protector, or do you think there are other better alternatives for, around the same price? If you do think so, let me know in the comments, because I am a sucker for deals, and, sometimes I can be wrong, but for right now, it seems like Poetic is doing a really, really, really good job of balancing price, quality, and features into a case. Because again, it's very, very tough to juggle all of those. And let's say you don't like polycarbonate screen protectors. Let's say you want to install your very own tempered glass screen protector. Well, Poetic has got you covered because they include a separate faceplate along with that. Now, this faceplate, there's nothing on it. It's just a faceplate. This allows you, again, to install your very own tempered glass screen protector, or if you choose to, you can always go ahead and go bare glass to where there's nothing coming in between you and your phone. Here we go. This is what your case would look like with just the faceplate on it with no built-in screen protector. It looks exactly the same as the other one, except that, again, no faceplate, no screen protector, while giving you the option to install your own. Again, let me know in the comments, would you grab something like this? Is there a better alternative for the price and the money? I would love to find something like that, as again, I am a sucker for deals. And as always, thanks for watching.